Three stacks in this thing, and I'm really excited to present this to you guys. This is an awesome deck that I've been testing around since before it actually got the new support. It's the True King Ying Zins. If you guys haven't seen the profile I did on this before, check it out. I did one like I think 5 months ago. And that build was pretty interesting because it's kind of similar to this one, except this one like it's all the True Kings, so it's pretty insane. Like the combos you can just pull off. The True Kings, you could just turn them into any Ying Zins you want and just combo off on your first turn. It's crazy. You guys can check out the combo tutorial. I actually put that one up first before the deck profile, but let's hop right into this. So starting off with the True Kings, we're running 3 Lithogasm the Disaster. This guy's insane. He's actually the most popular one. Reason being is just going first, it gives you the information that you need necessary so that you know what's a side deck. And you know what, you know what I mean? You just know what kind of, for example, Chao Feng you want to make. Because, like, let's say, you know, your Chao Feng, he skill drains any attribute. So if you use the Lithogasm and you banish, for example, like a Norden, and you banish an Ultimate Zokin and a Dinlong from their deck, then you know you want to make that Chao Feng, you know, with Earth, Fire, and Light because you're playing Dinos. Or let's say you banish that Dryden and the you know, the Norden and the Broad Bull. So then you're like, okay, now we just need to make him with Earth so they can't use Earth monsters. So Lithogasm is insane because he also lets you know which kind of Chao Feng you want to make. Because Chao Feng is like the ultimate trump card of this deck. He's kind of just like the True King of all calamities, but he gets you more pluses on the... Well, having him and True King is actually insane because they both get you insane pluses on field. Just having them, like, you just spam. But Chao Feng is definitely insane. Very underrated card. For some reason, didn't get a lot of popularity like it deserved. But yeah, anyways... So Barastos the Fathomer is one of my favorite ones because he's my main combo piece. If you guys check out the tutorial, you guys realize a lot of the combos revolve around him because he's just instant whatever you want him to be. It's just crazy. And then of course 3 of my Mirame, the True Draco Phoenix. She is insane. I love her artwork. She's such a beautiful card. I just love how these cards look. But yeah, she's just your instant searcher, just whatever you want. Search your Jiaotu, which is pretty insane how she searches your Jiaotu. And I'm only running 2 Agnomizad. Let's see, Agni Mazut the Vanisher. So we've got Lithogasm the Disaster, Barastos the Fathomer, Mariamne the Draco Phoenix, and Agni Mazud the Vanisher. So that's how you pronounce her names if everybody was confused. But yeah, this guy, I'm only running 2 of him because I don't really have too many targets, and he's not the one you really want to pull off first turn. Like, you could pull him off first turn because he's specials, pull him off turn, you know, first turn because he's specials, and she searches. He's more like late game when you're trying to add your targets back, and then, you know, when you're going second, there's monsters on the field to banish. And it's a really cool combo also when you use your True King of Calamities to pop 2 monsters like Call Fire, pop 2 of their monsters to summon Vanisher, and then banish another monster. So it's really cool. Like, there's some combos you can do with this deck that are insane. And the one True Draco I'm running right now, because I don't have all the support, it's just the True Draco, the Dynamite. I have the True Maiden, the Wind Chick, I think her name is. The Wind Chick, I'm sorry. Her name is the Fair Maiden or something like that. But she searches a True Draco or True King. I'm not actually running her. And the reason being was because I only had room for one of them. And really, it was supposed to be Masterpiece, but I decided I'm going to put him right now. But basically, for the deck, I'm trying to find space to run one of him, one of the Maiden, and one of the Masterpiece. And if I had space for extra, I'd run 2 of him because he gets you right to the return, which is insane. But this guy is just really clutch because he's 25 on the field, you know. And extra targets for my my Fathomer, of course. Because Fathomer is really important in this deck. I like him a lot. It's one of my favorites. The Earth and the Water ones are actually my favorite. And the one that looks the cool... Well, no, I'm sorry. The Earth one really does look cool, though, because like his skin looks like diamonds, and the Water one looks savage. The Fire one, he's alright. You know, he looks kind of savage, and she just looks beautiful. I don't know. The Earth and the Water ones are my favorite one. Between the artwork and the card effects, the Earth and the Water are my favorites. And moving on to the Yang Zins. 3 Jiaotu. This is like the barrage for this deck. Of course, True King combos and Jiaotu combos are all 3 card combos, but they net you so much, especially going first. You can just make this board that just says, I don't know what you thought you was doing, Playboy. 2 Chi-Win. Just couldn't maximize on them because I don't want to open up with too many in my hand. Hope you guys understand my reason being, because I want to open up with attributes. Light and dark just don't work for me. So 3 Beyond. This is actually one of the most important combo pieces for this deck for my Dinlong plays and for my Lithogasm. So Beyond is just important. This guy's so insane for this deck. Just what he does for me. And then of course I'm running 3 Bixie. You want to make your guys unaffected by traps, so that way once they're on the field, they can't be hit by strike, they can't be hit by lost wind and damage step. It's just very important. Just very important to keep in mind that Yang Zins like True Kings, True Dracos, but see, True Dracos are kind of jocking Yang Zins. Because Yang Zins can make synchros that are unaffected by spells and traps, they can make them that can be destroyed by battle, and then they can make a skill drain. So think of this, alright, so count the odds, right? So if you can't use monster effects to get rid of a monster, what are your next best options? Board wipes, or Raigeki Mirror Force. He's unaffected by spells and traps. So you can't get rid of him by monster effects. You can't get rid of him by spells or traps, right? Alright, so we're just going to attack over him. Wait a minute, timeout player. He had Beyond as a material. He can't be destroyed by battle. How are we going to out this guy? Okay, Kaiju. So there you have it. This basically, like, this deck can make monsters that are just so problematic that your only out is going to end up being a Kaiju. And it's so insane because you can spam so many boss monsters that one Kaiju is not enough. It really isn't. This deck is insane. I love it so much. And just like the Paleozoic matchup, make a Chao Fang with the Bixie. And it's like this. They can't use their frogs, the water effects, and they also can't even, use their traps on your Chao Fang because he's unaffected by traps. So it's like, they can't use traps and they can't use their frogs, so it's insane. It's really, really clutch. I love this guy. Chao Fang is, like I said, he's just an underrated card. And then moving forward, we're only running 2 copies of Swanee. This guy is dangerous. He's pretty strong, but I didn't want to maximize on him because I wanted to open up with the attributes from my favorite True Kings, which, like I said, are Lithogasm and Fathomer. And then we're running 1 copy of Pulao because he's still so clutch. Sometimes you have to make a synchro unaffected by spells when you're going into games 2 and 3 because people side deck board wipes like Dark Holes, Raigeki, Slumbers, that good stuff. And 2 Sofrano, which should actually be at 3, and 1 Magna Dragon. This guy, this one card is just so insane in this deck. Like, oh, this guy pulls off them shenanigans. Like, oh my goodness. He pulls off so many nutty combos by himself. Magna Dragon is such an insane tech. And this guy makes your Fathomer insane. Just popping your Fathomer with any True King turns into an instant Dinlong and True King of Calamities. Like, all you have to do is literally pop a Yang Zin, pop him, a Yang Zin, special summon the True King, special summon him off of his effect, use his effect, special him, then special Chi Win off the from the deck off of the the Yang Zin that you destroyed. And then, you know, synchro him, Dinlong, bam, bam. It's crazy. So like it's a really simple combo just by having this guy in the deck where you can make Dinlong and you can make your True King of Calamities. So you can back him up with the path, the 9 pillars, and then flip the 9 pillars, you could turn that into another synchro like Herald of the Arc of the Light, so you can banish their stuff. So it's crazy. Really love the combos that this deck pulls off. Nutty shenanigans. Magna Dragon is just so clutch. His restrictions don't matter because basically my deck is a worm type deck. Every monster is just worm type, which I really think is cool because worm types are pretty much just like cosmic dragons. So it's lit. I like the deck. So it's basically, yeah, it's like a worm type archetype, which is pretty cool. They've done a lot for the worm types. They give them a lot of support. 2 Yang Zing Path. Wish I could play 3, but it's not pure, so you don't want to break on it. And then 2 Disciples. This, oh my goodness, is so lovely. It's such a great card to have. It's like your Daigusto Emerald. It's really, really good. And the back row popping, you know, you contribute your Knuckle Dude and just pop their stuff, so it's really good. And then the True Draco Heritage, which I only have 1. I wish I had more because this would be a 3 or a 2 of. Reason being, I'm going to tell you guys about this combo. And this is why I love this and I played at 3. You can send, like, let's say you have 3 different True Kings, right? Send them to the graveyard off of this, draw 4 cards because it's any number of worm types plus 1. And then you can activate this effect, draw 3 more cards. So 2 cards got you 7, so it's a plus 5. That's the minimum. But this basically, I think of a True Draco Heritage like a Spellbook of Judgment because you can just stack and load up for it. Like, you can use this, send them from the field to the graveyard, draw cards, and then spam some more. And then while they're on the field, destroy them with other ones special. For example, like, you know, use the Earth True King to destroy, you know, the Water True King, use Water True King, special summon the fire, and then, you know, use the wind, destroy the fire, for example, like stuff like that. And then it's just like, it stacks, and then like you just load up and then you get like a fat hand. So I just really like it a lot. What's happening, y'all? So I like it a lot. It's like I said, it's like a judgment. So it's really clutch. I like this a lot. But this is definitely something like I recommend y'all gotta try it out. Definitely, like I just played at 3. But the waterfall, at minimum, it's like a Stratos to get you any worm type. So like your True King or your Yang Zin. But I like using it in combo with the True Draco Heritage. because it just gets you right back into the game. It's like resolving a desires and then like a demise in the same turn, so it's clutch. And then the waterfall, this dragon souls again, staple 3 for me. It's just really good. Like when you're missing that one different attribute, you can just play this, add that extra water for your fathomer. It's a really great trap. And when they're gonna play slumber, this lets you dodge slumber because you can chain this, send them to the graveyard, draw cards off of them, and if there's no monsters on the field to destroy, the slumber won't resolve. So this can help you dodge a lot of stuff. It's a really good trap. I recommend at least try and get out at 2. 9 pillars and double strike, 2 True Kings return, and 1 of the Yang Zing creation. This is just one of my tech cards. I really like it. It just helps you go from like 1 to 5, so like 0 to 100 real quick. The return, it's just like, man, I really want to play that 3, but I'm still testing the deck out, so we'll see how it works. But I don't have diagrams right now. Of course, if I had them, I would be playing them, and I don't have Masterpiece. I would definitely play like 1 of him. And then the extra deck, 3 Baxia. This guy is savage. I mean, this guy, like the brightness, man. The legends say that when this guy was made, that he would consume everything just in the light when he was summoned. So this guy is just insane, and all the combos you pull off with him, it's pretty clutch. So yeah, I just like the lore behind the Yang Zins, because they're actually called the Cosmic Dragons. So it's like a Japanese lore. Because the names of the Yang Zins, it's like 9 Japanese or Chinese brothers in Japan or something like that. But yeah, they're all named after different. It's like a lore behind them. It's really cool. But 2 Denlong, my favorite one. This guy, I just love the combos that you pull off with Denlong. It's just so clutch. I would be playing them at 3, but there's space issues with the deck, and I felt that 3 Baxia is way more important than 3 Denlong, because Baxia can be aggressive and he can also start your combos. Whereas, you know, Denlong can actually, this was another thing I wanted to mention, is that Lithogasm, when he's destroyed, he special summons a non-earth worm type monster from your graveyard. So because, you know, Denlong, he's a light worm type, it actually, this guy lets you reuse your Denlong. So if you pop him with the True King or with Baxia, pop him his effect, special Denlong from graveyard, use Denlong, search, then sync. It's really cool. So 2 is fine for me. It's worked out great. And then the 1 Yazi and Chao Feng for game. Baxia Yazi way too strong. Don't underestimate the Yazi. You make this guy unaffected by spells, traps, you know, can't be destroyed by battle, can't be targeted. That's going to be a huge problem. And then BLs, because he's just such a savage. Cam Barba, because you can make him with the extra 500 for the Swanee, and that's just really helping for the OTKs. It's like you're a Gaga Samurai, but better. Arc Light, because when you make the Denlong, you flip the 9 pillars, pop the Denlong, and then turn it into this, flip this, and then bam. It's just like turning your negates into more negates. And that's it for Synchros. And then, of course, 3 True Kings of all calamities. This guy's just great. Making this guy going first is such a problem. It's a thorn in anybody's side, and you can ask anybody, ask your mama. And then Phantom Fortress and the Titanic Galaxy for the combo, where I think you guys, I called it the Calamity Galaxy combo. But yeah, that's a deck profile. Tell me what you guys think. This is just so far. Of course, the deck is going to get better with the diagram and more support that I get. I was hunting down cards for Maximum Crisis, but it's been some defects with the prints. Like, not a lot of people have been pulling cards like diagram, and, you know, a lot of Maximum Crisis boxes have just not been having just really good stuff. It's been mostly like Supreme King Zark and weird, just like anime-based stuff. And it's kind of strange, but in a way, you know, Coal Money, you feel me? Konami, it's obvious they're just saying, you know, there's a certain thing that we want you to pull because we want you to play it. The same thing, you know, with links, like link format. They said, since you guys don't want to stop playing pendulums, we're going to take them away and give you links, so we're going to force you to play it. You know, same thing. They're like, all right, you guys want to play True Dracos, we're going to take them away from your Maximum Crisis set and give you Supreme King's Art and things like that and force you to play it. So it's kind of messed up, but, you know, it's a business. So you kind of just, man, take it with a grain of salt, I guess. But yeah, God bless you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be safe, make good choices, don't hurt your brain cells. Carthage must be destroyed, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Try out the deck yourself. It's an underrated archetype. I think it's going to dominate this format. You guys be on the lookout on the horizon, and I want to start this as a trend, so I recommend you guys try this out, because I just really have always loved Yang Zins, and I feel like they've just never really got the popularity they deserved. And Metaphor's Yang Zin is not a Yang Zin deck. I mean, like, you know, like, this is Yang Zins, you feel me? It's worm type. It's like pure. I like it. So I think this archetype in general, you know, it's like the new Dragon Rollers. It's worms now, and it's really clutch. I like the artwork of the Yang Zin Synchros. They look like savages, and the True Kings looks like savages. So you just have really cool looking boss monsters also. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. God bless, and you'll be hearing from us soon. Peace.